Hey guys, Jason Lovett here with another video. And so this video, I think, is probably the most important video I've made, because it is actually a summation of the philosophy that I've been developing through my heart, not even developing consciously, but unconsciously. I've realized that there are three main practices that basically successful people engage in their entire life. And the full purpose of these three practices, which I actually believe is the meaning of life, the purpose of life, is creative potential. So creative potential, that's basically realizing our full potential as human beings to create things and to reach ultimate creative expression. That could obviously be from whatever the person's heart desires. It could be whatever that person feels like is their ultimate expression of being a human and being alive and changing the world or making art or whatever. Reaching that ultimate tier, the highest potential that we can possibly achieve, is the goal of life. What else is the goal of life? There is no other. That is the point of life, is to reach our creative potential. And so, I've realized that there's three practices that go into achieving creative potential. And the three practices are the practice of Zen, the practice of purpose, and the practice of creating. Now, a practice basically means that you don't know exactly how it works, but you keep working towards it, and that is what makes results occur. Medicine, the practice of medicine, it's a practice. It's not legitimate, like this is how it's going to be forever. It's constantly changing. Just like medicine is constantly changing, the practice of purpose, the practice of creating, and the practice of Zen are always changing. So your purpose at that moment in life is not going to be the same purpose that you have a year from now, or maybe even 6 months from now, or even the next day. It's constantly changing. And basically, I'll break down the three practices for you. Purpose is basically what your goal is at that moment. What is your purpose at that moment? What's the next step? For me, it's making $1,000 per month of passive income, but that's not the purpose. That's the goal that accompanies the purpose. The purpose is to bring myself to a next stage of freedom, of just creative freedom, so that I can go explore and become a more expressive individual, so I don't have to worry about eating and housing. That's my current purpose, is to establish a baseline of freedom that can eventually lead me to another purpose. Who knows what my next purpose after freedom will be? After freedom, maybe I'll discover that my purpose is, my next purpose will be to reach a higher level of freedom. Say, maybe make $1 million. And then from there, now that I'm rich, maybe my next purpose will be to bring other people up to a certain level of wealth. And so I'll teach other people how to become wealthy. And then maybe after that, my purpose will be to create more abundance in the world and then I'll set goals to make that happen. So that's the practice of purpose. It's always changing. Your purpose or your goals are constantly changing after you meet them. The practice of creating is the practice of making the goals happen. Goal setting and then planning. And making the plans come to fruition. That's just the practice of creating. It's pretty simple. It's the hands-on practice. It's the practice of getting stuff done and making stuff happen. And, that's pretty much self-evident. That's what I've been talking about pretty much my whole series. There's tons of books on the creative process out there. It's simply making a plan and going through with the plan to make it happen. But it's not as simple as it seems, and that's why the practice of purpose, knowing why you're doing certain things, and the practice of Zen, how to basically control your mind so that the purpose can be fulfilled through the creative process. So the practice of Zen is to basically, I mean, if Zen is basically controlling your mind and your thoughts so that you are most effectively and optimally moving towards your goals. So there are so many different concepts of Zen out there. One is yin yang, understanding that there's a dichotomy in the universe, and that there's two basically underlying sides to everything. That's a concept that's good to understand about Zen. Another one is, more importantly, is the parable of the oak tree and the blades of grass. I believe it's the blades of grass. So if a torrential storm occurs and wind is blowing really hard, the tree that is strong and firm might be uprooted and blown away. But the blades of grass will just kind of move with the flow and go with the flow and not be as defeated by the torrential storm. That's basically what Aikido is all about, is going with the flow. And so basically understanding Zen, understanding how to have thick skin in the black heart. That's pretty much it. That's the concept. Thick skin, black heart is thick face, black heart. I'm sorry. Thick face, I explained in my last video, is basically not being hindered by other people's opinions of you. So you act without consideration for how other people will perceive you, because it serves your higher purpose. It doesn't matter what other people view of you if, you're achieving your goals and making things happen in your life, and if you get to a next level of creative expression in your life, it doesn't matter because you're above them, and there's a parable that was mentioned in the book Thick Face, Black Heart of a warrior that was going to hunt a tiger that dresses as a pig so that he can hide in the jungle and let the tiger come in close because it thinks he's a pig. And then the tiger, as soon as he gets close enough to eat the pig, the guy comes out of his outfit and kills the tiger. So it's a very effective way of killing the tiger, obviously, but there goes ridicule and criticism to that guy for being dressed like a pig because it's embarrassing. But it's really, really effective, so the ends justify the means. So the greatest warrior isn't the one who can kill the tiger with most prowess and speed and skill, but the one that is most able to endure embarrassment and ridicule in order to achieve his ends. So that's Zen. Basically, controlling your mind so that you can most effectively and efficiently achieve your goals. So that circle or that triangle of the three practices constantly being used and built upon and changed is basically what will bring you to your purpose in life, which is creative potential. And so to put this in very practical terms, if you want to achieve success in life, you will obviously give yourself a goal, which would be a purpose, which usually, a goal would usually match a purpose. My purpose is to achieve a basic level of freedom from having to find a place to sleep and eat. That's $1,000 per month. That's what I'm basically focused on. And that's my purpose that I wasn't actually aware of. I was just aware of the goal to get me there, which was $1,000 per month in passive income. So that's my goal, my set goal, $1,000 per month passive income. Pretty much simple goal. And the creative process or the creative practice is my means of constantly figuring out better ways to get there and actually working towards getting it. And the practice of Zen is what keeps my mind proper so that I can actually make sure that it happens. And so I'm constantly going through all three of these practices to achieve that aim of creative potential. And that's pretty much it. I've pretty much determined the meaning of life, and I figured out the three main practices to get there. That I think that every person, it comes down to these three principles and these three practices to succeed in life, in everything, not just in business or not just in money, but in order to achieve your purpose in life, to achieve your creative potential, to become a better person, to achieve prosperity in the world, to make shit happen. This is what the whole purpose of it all is. And it boils down to these three practices. And if you understand that these three practices are the things that are operating your internal system, then you can achieve it faster, you can become richer faster, you can make change happen in the world faster, you can enjoy life faster, and it all comes down to these three things. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.